Welcome to the GameChanger 00100 show. I'm your host, GameChanger. And today we are going to talk about what the young women know that the older women tend not to know. All right, so if you notice that all of the complaints, all of the trolling, all of the feminist talking points, et cetera, tend to come from the older women. Now, you do have some exceptions, probably unattractive, but you do have some exceptions to where you have a young lady saying some of the same stuff. But generally speaking, they are, how can I say, highly influenced by the older generation. So what's going on is a older woman will say, this, swirl. And a young woman, when she has her heart broken the first time, automatically goes to what this older woman was saying. Now what the older woman is leaving out is that, other races of men break hearts too. They're kind of leaving that out, which that's deliberate. Everybody is trying to reach the heart and minds of the young women, and particularly the young, attractive women, including myself. It's no secret that my rhetoric is to help younger, more attractive women because their opinion matters more than old women or fat women or feminists. 2 out of the 3 aren't even women, and therefore don't deserve our love or respect. So that is the situation that exists today. Basically, several years ago, the boomers decided to do something different and create a message. And that message was, I don't need a man. That was the message. Now, the reason why they did that was for several different reasons. One, it was a coping mechanism for those who had trouble finding one. 2, it gave comfort to ones who believed that they probably couldn't find one and therefore they needed a fallback, and they kind of went too far with the fallback. It was supposed to be a plan B, the career thing and everything like that, but it became a mantra to where, okay, this mindset is going to help me not focus on relationships, et cetera, but I am going to focus on getting my bachelor's or master's and, basket weaving or whatever miscellaneous subject that they like to study. So that's another thing. And for others, it was deliberate. This was something that they didn't believe themselves, but they would tell others to intensify the mating pool for themselves. I mean, there's a number of reasons why they did it, but the fact of the matter is they did it. They went against their traditional parents and created something new. Now, with the new creation, what the following generation did, and by the way, when I mention generations, don't take it too literally, because it's not like it's a day. It's not like, you were born on this day. You were born on December 31st, which means that you're this generation. But everybody who was born January 1st has a completely different mindset, than the ones that came before them. Like if you're born in January 1st, 1980, you are a millennial and you have a completely different mindset from those who were born before that, the day before that. It doesn't really work that way. I'm talking about the general area of it. And, of course, it faded into future generations. Anyway, the women of Generation X, particularly the Black women, what they did was something a lot different. Because they just seen that men who devalue themselves and women who pretended that men didn't have any value. Because what happened was the men actually believed that they didn't have value. Women started shouting, "I don't need a man," so much that men went into high alert, like, "Oh, I'm not needed. Let me just, fuck anything in sight and brag about how much of a player I am. I'm not needed. And some of them actually, in the previous generations and in Generation X, they kind of just took that and said, oh, well, since I'm not needed, then fuck you. That kid is yours and shit like that, until child support kicked in and all kind of shit. Anyway, it just had a devastating effect. It had a like horrible domino effect. One of the positives for the women of Generation X was that their perceived value amongst certain Black men increased. And that's why you had all these lopsided relationships where the woman can, or could at least, once again, this is fading generation, because some of the younger Gen Xers wised up to it, where the men were more apt to be stepdaddies, where their fathers weren't. They were more apt to date women that their fathers, given all things equal, will not have, like fat women, things like that. They became more accepting of women's fault, and that is because they were approaching relationships with a scarcity mindset, while the women were approaching relationships with a take it or leave it mindset in the boomer era. In the Generation X era, they didn't have a take it or leave it mindset, but they pretended like they did to maintain that leverage over the men. They just think they slick. Now, but this is what the younger women know that the previous generation won't tell them. But let me just give shout outs to the chat before I get started into that. All right. So, all right. Salute Pump and Dump. Salute Marco. Salute Scott. Salute Off Air and C. Jabbar. Salute to you. Let's see. Eisen. Salute. New. Salute. And Cortez. Salute to all of you. All right. So, let's get started. The premise of everything that was being taught for the past 50 or so years was that men, particularly Black men, were not valuable. Now, some people were teaching this because they actually believed it, and some of them were teaching it because they thought that it would give leverage, or to gain leverage in their dating, mating, and relating lives. This new generation, it seems as though they get it. See, Generation Z and millennials, to a lesser extent, their entire generation is a lot more transparent. Meaning, if you have a secret agenda or something else that you have going on, it's going to be very difficult to conceal it. And that's because everybody is online. That's the generation they lived in. You don't have guys in their 40s walking around with their, they're not in their 40s at this generation, but when these people get in their 40s, they're not going to be able to walk around with their chest puffed out, because that ass whooping that you got in the 6th grade is still online. Everything is out in the open, so you can't, there's no secrets anymore, which means that the women will not be able to move with as much stealth and guile. It's difficult to get a large group of people to manipulate another large group of people, because everybody has their own website, their own commentary, their Snapchats, their videos, and something like that. And the more popular ones are the more honest ones, the ones where people are being more forthcoming. So this whole lie that they have been telling, that they don't need a man, that lie is being revealed in this generation, or in the younger generations. Oh, salute to you, Aaron B. And that is what the older generations are worried about. And that's why we are getting so much pushback from these old bitches online, because they're unable, or they're far less able, to manipulate their daughters. They're far less able to say, I am happily single, or I am single by choice, or I'm just taking a mancation or some shit like that. They're far less capable of doing that. The young ladies see you. They see you. They see your cat. They see your hair hat. And they see your fat. They see you. The boomers was able to do that to Generation X. You had the single. So take a perfect example. Perfect example. Rolona from Good Times, right? Now, for those of you who don't know, because you're younger, Good Times was a show that consisted primarily of 5 people. You had the mother, Florida Evans, James Evans, the father, and 3 kids, JJ, Thelma, and Michael. And that's the core family. And then you had Rolona. Rolona was a woman who was more attractive than the mother on the show by a long shot. And she was perpetually single. Every now and again, they did an episode about she had a date with an African person, or she had a date with a deaf person or something like that, and then she dumps him, and, you never hear from the nigga again. He probably just went off and killed himself. You'll see that. But she only stopped by, and she always seemed like she was happy. So happy. Everything in her life was perfect. Nothing is wrong with being old as fucking single. She was just so happy, getting ran through by ran-throughs. So, but that was all a facade. And the facade was broken. Or, excuse me, the facade would be broken if the show was about her. But you see, the show wasn't about her. The show was about the other. Okay, put it like this. If they put the cameras in Rolona's apartment as opposed to the Evans apartment, it would be a very, very sad shit show. It would be. You would see all of her cats and all of her sitting down watching TV. There would be no interaction and shit like that. And you would just see like a lonely, old, bitter person that visits other people's lives and, puts on a false smile. Newer generations, due to the transparency of the internet, are seeing through the false smile, the facade of the happy, older, single woman. And they are taking measures to avoid it. So earlier this year, I came across a young lady's profile, or YouTube channel. Younger, I should say. She's 28. And she has over 1 million subscribers, right? Just one of those pretty girls that do lipstick and hair and makeup and all that shit. And, she has all the sponsors in the universe and shit like that. Like, everybody's sending her makeup, and just, I don't know. I guess the thinking is, and this is if you're one, if you buy this product, you would look like her. So you'll probably have like a bunch of women who look nothing like her. Oh, by the way, she's light-skinned, but you'll have a bunch of women that look nothing like her, thinking that if they buy this stuff, that they're just like an eyeliner away from looking like. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. I'm not gonna buy a hat and turn into Idris Elba. What the fuck? Anyway, that's what she's doing, right? And on the surface, she has it all because she's basically getting paid to do something that she likes, to do something that a great many people are doing, including myself. But she has damn near 2 million subscribers, so she gets paid a lot more for doing. Perfectly fine what she's doing and her. But one day I came across an episode of her show about how she was single on Valentine's Day. and she took it down, but it was very sad and very depressing. And I was like, God dang, Now, on the surface, you would think that an attractive woman, she's black, an attractive black woman, but attractive woman of any race would have no problem finding someone. But really, they have the greatest problem because they have a much larger selection, and they are just going through a whole bunch of like, how do you pick? Like, say if a million women came to you at once, like, and you had to pick one, like, that seems like a good problem, and it probably is to begin with. It probably is one of those good problems to begin with, but it really, really quickly turns into a bad problem. So, hold on one moment. Let me just do this right quick. So it really very quickly turns into a bad problem. And that is what we are, and that's what we're covering today. So they're starting to realize it at a younger age. Now I'm going to play a clip from her latest video. And here we go. So she's been away for a while, just so y'all know. But this is a clip from her latest video where she is also advertising stuff for people who like stuff. All right, so
YouTube, I'm back. I bet you thought you never was gonna see me again. I know, girl, I've been lacking on the videos, but I'm trying to get back into it. So today we're gonna just jump right into some personal stuff. I need y'all to know what I've been up to, how I've been keeping it together during this pandemic, and why I've been so MIA, okay? You might want to grab you a snack, grab you some wine. You probably need some wine. Get some wine, because this is about to be a whirlwind, y'all. 0 to 100, 0 to 100. That's what you're going to say about me. The last time we spoke, I was crying on Valentine's Day. I was lonely. I'm singing the single girl anthem like I'm good off men. I'm really about to introduce y'all to my husband. You are about to meet my baby daddy. You're about to meet the one. I just got a package in the mail from Savage X Fenty, a bunch of cute lingerie and stuff. So I thought, what better way for me to introduce y'all to my man than to FaceTime him and make him rate my lingerie. Sounds like a pretty good idea to me. It'll be a little tease. I know he missed me. I miss him too. I am in love. I'm about 9. I have never felt so.
Okay. So keep in mind that several months ago, it's Valentine's Day, boo hoo hoo, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And this isn't me downplaying what she's going through, because a lot of young ladies, particularly the attractive ones, are going through the same thing. There's thousands and thousands of guys in their inbox, and you got to figure out who's not on some pump and dump shit. I mean, I don't really envy that situation. Because they're all trying to deceive you. So it's there's a large portion that are, and then there's the ones that you just don't want off the bat. It's a very difficult thing. So I can understand why she found herself in that situation on Valentine's Day. However, when you look at the change in her tone and the things she was saying and how elated she is about this guy, how she feels about this guy, you start to get an understanding of the value that a man brings to a woman's life. Now, this isn't economic value, because with all those subscribers, I'm pretty sure she has money and everything. She just bought a house, so she's good. This isn't about money. There is a base value that men bring to women that isn't, financial. It's not necessarily jawline either. It's, and it's damn sure isn't game. It's an intangible value. Women are incomplete without a man. A heterosexual woman, of course, is incomplete without a man. Now, they won't admit that. They won't admit that because, some of them, particularly the older ones, is in chronic negotiations. But when you look at how, when you listen to her, and once again, this is an attractive 28-year-old woman, when you listen to her, she's like, oh my God, I met this guy and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And I'm so happy, my future husband, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. She's spilling the beans, which is a good thing. So men, know that you are capable of making women feel this way on a base level, because many of them will not let you know, just as a power play thing. You know, they walk around like, I got the pussy, therefore I am the table. I don't have to bring anything to the table. I got the pussy. I got the pussy. My wop, my this, my this. They will make you think that you have no value at all and they have all the value in the world because of their wop. Fuck your wop. Men know their value. And guess what? The men that she has knows his. He knows that he is making her complete. For one, because she doesn't, keep it a secret. And for two, I mean, fellas, you got to know how incomplete they are without you. Now, I'm going to get into why I made this video in a little bit, but let me play a little bit more about this on this chick.
I haven't seen my man in like a week.
I haven't seen him in a week. She was talking like it was forever. I haven't seen him in a week.
Because he is in Detroit and I was in Mexico. Like I said, y'all, it's going to get steamy. It's going to get spicy. So grab your drink and y'all are going to get to see another side of me because y'all ain't never seen me this in love. Like, he do.
Y'all ain't never seen me this in love. So basically, she's a whole different person now. She's a whole different person now.
Something to me. So, let's just get into it. All right, let's call him. I'm nervous for y'all to meet him. This is my boo thing. This is everything right now. Okay.
This is my boo thing. This is everything. Now, once again, they will not let you know this is your value. They want you to think, oh, this girl got looks. She has money. She has this, and this. She has name brand. She has sponsors. What can I offer this chick? They want fellas to have that thinking. What can I offer a girl like this? My masculinity, what can I offer? She don't need me. They've been telling us for 50 years that she don't need me. What can, they want you to think that way. So you can enter the relationship, or you can enter the negotiation portion of the relationship, I guess, with your head down. But she says, he is my everything. And that's what you offer her. You offer her yourself. And when I say yourself, I'm not talking about this bullshit game thing that these niggas is trying to sell, which is a fake persona of yourself. You're not offering yourself. You're offering a fucking 90s caricature or, the character of some nigga that you read in a game book. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you offer her your natural, actual self. And if she's into you, you're the actual you, then she is completed by it. She's completed by your actual self. If she is attracted to your actual self, not your fucking shoes. All right. All right, so she's calling her dude.
All right, y'all. I'm having some technical difficulties getting this FaceTime thing to work, so we can do this.
I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just play a little bit more.
And then we're going to jump right into it. Okay. Baby, hey.
What's up, baby?
What are you doing?
I was watching the game. Chilling, bored. I was waiting on you. I was just about to call you.
Well, guess what I'm doing? I'm making a video. You're about to be on YouTube in front of 1 million people right now.
Literally in front of 1 million people.
I'm a little nervous. I'm about to do a little try-on for you because I got some stuff from Savage X Fenty. and I want you to give me your honest opinion about how you feel.
You already know
about how it looks on me. Okay, but you better not lie. Give me all 10s because I'm gonna be like, okay. Let's just
notice how he's not negging her or some bullshit like that because he's not a fucking idiot.
Let's just keep it down to rating the lingerie. Don't rate just because it's me. Because if it's just
oh, and he's not some pseudo hood nigga or nothing like that. He's not doing any of this shit that the niggas who claim they got it like that are doing it.
That's me. I know you're gonna give me 10 every time, right?
Right, you already know that.
Okay.
But you about to make everything a 10 though, so it's just gonna be hard. Like, I got you though. I'm gonna keep it a static.
So how do I get started on this?
All right.
So good, sweet, juicy.
Can you say something for me next week?
I'm gonna bring some to Detroit.
All right. Now they just flirting and shit. All right, hold on.
And you can still talk to me because I can hear you. Okay.
All right, now she about to model lingerie. I just want y'all to see how they met. All right. So they're gonna tell the story of how they met, but I don't know what part of this.
You got 20, baby. Raise it up to 9. What we got next?
If you don't already, you should follow me on Instagram at Forever Flop.
Okay, so this I guess I'll have to find it later. But basically she met him online on Instagram. You know, she's seen him. I guess he's a jawline nigga to her. You know, I'm not the judge of such things. So which is fine, you know, and she hit him up. She made the first move. And you see, that's the difference in generations. That is what the younger Black women understand, that the older Black women don't understand. And that is that they do need a man, that they're miserable without one, and they're not going to hide their fucking misery for an attempt at a better deal. This newer generation is going to say, you know something? I'm not going to be fat as fucking ugly as hell. I'm gonna be like 1,000,000 strong watching how this chick do her makeup. I'm going to be on some vegan yoga shit. Fuck that. Fuck this fucking Catwoman bullshit that you bitches tried to raise me into. Fuck you and the cat you rode in on. And the broom you fly out on. Fuck that. That is what this new generation says. This new generation is starting to say, I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. I needs me some penis. Penis. And they are not afraid to admit it. But you see, the old guard is trying to keep the old ways going. They're trying to keep that old regime. You don't need a man, girl. Just focus on you. The young chicks, especially the attractive ones, they ain't having that shit. And that's why you see so many chicks, particularly on the white side, but you know, on the Black sides too, holding up the sign saying, I don't need feminism because ... And they're always hotter than the fat ass feminist bitches. I don't need feminists because I'm not an old fat bitch. I know I don't need feminism. And basically, this is the core essence of it. This is the core essence of it. This is what they're really trying to say when they hold up the I don't need feminism because sign. They are saying I don't need feminism because I need penis. Penis. That is what they are saying. And they can't hide it anymore because it's too many. All it takes is one honest woman who's not going to get behind the same lie that all these other bitches have been spewing for decades. And the lie is, I don't need a man. That's the lie. Now, she took down the Valentine's Day video. Probably because she got a new dude, and she was kind of like venting and ranting on that one. But she didn't take down this one. She didn't take down this one that I'm about to play. This is the before penis video. This is a before penis video.
Intro for this. Like, I just want to sit here and be able to talk to y'all about what's going on. I just got done doing a long Snapchat rant about how I feel and how I realized today that I could be falling back into a depression. Once I was able to acknowledge that, it's like everything from the past, I'm like, everything started to make sense. Okay, like, I've been depressed for a lot longer than just recently. Something that I do a lot is I struggle in silence. I think that I can handle it myself. And, I try my best. I do my best. Not this time. I am not going to go through this alone again. I know that there's a lot of people who are going through the same thing. I know that I have this big platform. And I know that I have to share this with you guys. In my Snapchat story, I think I explained it pretty good how I'm feeling right now. So I'm going to go ahead and insert the clips from that so I don't have to repeat all those things.
Okay, this is her Snapchat.
I'm in a sad mood right now. I feel like I made a realization just today, just like literally randomly, that I'm probably falling back into depression.
Falling back into depression.
More than I think back, it's probably been happening for like months and months, like probably a year. And I just trying to overcome it, trying to just stay positive and trying to just fight it. But I feel like I'm getting to a point where it's like, I can't do that anymore. You'll probably notice, you probably have noticed, I haven't really posted on YouTube. I haven't had the motivation or drive or inspiration to do that. It's always been something I've been struggling with, but just even more lately, it's been so hard. And I've noticed that I've been isolating myself. Like, I have opportunities to go out and do stuff, but I don't want to. I've really be trying to avoid all my text messages, all my DMs. I don't want to really talk to anyone for some real weird reason. There's no, like, I'm not mad at anyone, and there's nothing. I just don't want to. All of this, like the way I feel and how hard it is every day. I've been crying every day, I
crying every day.
Moments, and I can have a good day around those crying moments, but I've been crying every day, and it's like, it shouldn't be this way. I feel like I'm just about to fall apart. You probably noticed my attempts at trying to just be normal, at trying to just move past it and be positive. I really want to, and I really try, but just deep down, it's not. I have things to deal with right now. I'm carrying around a lot of guilt because, like, not posting on YouTube means I'm not going to work. So it's equivalent to not going to work. So I haven't been doing my job, which makes me feel like a failure, which makes me feel like I'm ruining my whole life. But it's not like I don't want to. It's not like I don't try.
Hold on. We're going to get to the meat and potatoes of it.
Like, just to push forward. Hold on. I be trying every day to get up and just push forward and accomplish the things I need to accomplish. It's so fucking hard for me. Just mentally. I can't mentally I'm like in a fog. If that makes sense. It's like,
all you need to launch a cold skate
it's
an ability to skate, or at least look like.
it's just foggy. I can't focus on nothing. Like, I be trying. I be taking my because I do have ADD, which makes it hard for me to focus on stuff. So I be trying to take my medicine. That works for a brief moment, but it's not something.
All right, I'm gonna stop right there. Anyway, listen.
It's just, I don't.
And y'all seen how happy she was in the other video. She don't need Adderall. She just needs some penis. You see how quickly her mood changed once she got that highly valued penis. Fellas, know your worth. Know your worth. These women walk around like, oh, I'm single, sexy, and sassy. Bullshit. Like, all I need is my dildo and my vibrator and blah, blah, blah. Bullshit! If you ain't fucking penis, you ain't fucking shit. And you know it. And you are upset, Jessica N. You're upset that we now know it. Now, don't take this, and fellas, don't take this message to try to leverage and be asshole like the male version of feminists. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not what this show is all about. That's not what this show is about. This isn't nothing like that, because she's gonna sense that in you, and then it's gonna just you're gonna be like, at point zero, because the real you is some asshole that's just trying to leverage, to leverage shit. Don't take that with you. But see, I was watching Bernard Riley. Maybe it was like a week ago, sometime last week. I don't know. And it was some new dude on there whose name I forget, and Angry Man. And this isn't me shooting at Angry Man. I'm done with that shit. Like I say, mutual disarmament on that. So, but no, this was they were saying, somebody said, so what you gonna do if she don't act right? What you gonna leave? And they were saying it like that's just like ridiculous. Like, you can't, they were basically, the argument was, you have no real way of punishing her for her ill behavior. If she decides to say, nigga, I'm gonna do this, and what the fuck you gonna do? There really isn't nothing that you can do about it to punish her. Because leaving isn't punishment. But it is. It is punishment. It is punishment for a woman, for you to pack your penis and go, provided that yours is one of value. If you are being your genuine self and she fell for your genuine self, and you take that and leave because she is trying to leverage power out of you, then absolutely do so. Do so. This is the girl, by the way. Hold on, let me I got other pictures of her. Give me a second. So this is her. I got two more. And I'm not giving her a name or anything, because she might not want me to. So out of respect, I'm not doing that. And I know that y'all not looking for no makeup tutorials and nothing like that. So, all right, one last one. That's not a good picture. Okay, so I'll let that be the last one. All right. Anyway, so that's her. So while all these guys is, trying to figure out, who's going to be the next fat bitch that I fuck just to say that I got some pussy, because you don't know your actual value, you might be missing out on something better. You don't know your actual value. Somebody told you that you ain't shit, they don't need you, and you should be happy if they grace you with their golden platinum pussy, if they grace you with their wop, and you believe them. And you believe them. But the truth of the matter is that no, you are gracing them. You heard the before and you heard the after. You heard the after. It depends. I mean, she values him, so she's going to do what it takes to keep him. Now, if he doesn't value her in the same way, that wouldn't be a fault of her, a fault of hers. That would be that, she either didn't have the value, to begin with, even when she's working at her maximum, which is okay. I mean, that's something that she wouldn't be able to change. Or he's just on some pump and dump shit. And I doubt it, because later in the video, she's talking about, like, they're gonna fly somewhere to meet his parents and shit, and he already met hers or some shit like that. So, I do think that this is more than some pump and dump shit. And besides, when is the dump? Like, he obviously already pumped, so when is the dump gonna come? So who knows? I mean, and who knows? Like, relationships end, but it's not. It may or may not be her fault. I'm gonna just put it like that. Yeah, and then, well, I'm not even gonna say like the for the streets thing. So back to the thing. So they were saying, like, what you gonna do? They were basically saying that we are at the woman's mercy because she has a pussy and we have nothing of value. That same incompleteness that she was talking about on her Snapchat, that is the incompleteness that they feel when they are, quote unquote, bitch broke. Shout out to Platinum Elite. That's how we, far too many of us black men see the situation. Oh, but if I leave, I'll be bitch broke and she'll be dick rich. Bullshit! Your penis has value. Your penis has value. And that is the takeaway of this. That is the takeaway of this. Now, that Latoya Forever chick who's thinking about leaving Adam, she's under the spell. She's under the spell of a wicked old boomer who's feeding her head with garbage. And she doesn't understand the value of penis yet because she hasn't been without it. She hasn't been without it. She hasn't lived a day where a man did not take her seriously relationship. I'm talking about Latoya Forever. And, for those of you who don't know, she's the one where that made that dude say, and to the streets you shall return. Stop listening to these old bitches. Shout out to Marco Grande. Stop listening to these old bitches. And these old niggas. Boomers just need to shut the fuck up. Die and be a cheap funeral. Boomers just need to shut the fuck up. You have no wisdom. Motherfucker, you are Obi-Wan Kenobi. The people before you is Yoda and Mace Windu. They have all the wisdom. They have all the lightsabers and shit like that. They are the wise ones. You are Obi-Wan Kenobi, a chronic fuck up that looked to the next generation of Jedi to save your fucking life. And then at the end, you just fuck up some more. You trained Darth Vader. You are a chronic fuck up. The fuck up, Obi-Wan. You had the Darth Lord of the Sith like right underneath your tutelage, and you getting hands cut off and shit like that. You, Obi-Wan, are a chronic fuck up. Chronic. The universe would have been better off without you. The universe would have been better off without Obi-Wan Kenobi. Darth Maul should have chopped you. Worst generation of Jedi ever. Remember that time you just jumped up in front of all those drones in General Grievous and shit like that because you so cocky and smug because you're a fucking Jedi boomer and shit like that, and Grievous wanted to fight you head up. I wish that each and every single robot shot you at once and then killed you to death. You just a lucky fucking Jedi. You are the worst. You are the worst of the Jedi that has ever Jedi'd. And that's why Vader killed you to death in episode 4. That's why. That's why. You want to know something? You let him kill you because you know you are fucking awful. You know you are fucking awful. You are the reason that Alderaan is gone. You are the worst. And Yoda and Mace Windu is better. And Luke is better. Everybody who became after you is better. And all those who came before you is better. Making you the worst. If there is a graph, when they have an oscillating graph, you're at the bottom and then you just spike at the bottom. Fucking boomers. Worst people that has ever lived ever. God damn it. All right. Now, where was I? After my my rant about boomers. Okay, so now it seems like this chick gets it. And she gets it because what's going on, MOT? She gets it because she does not listen to the boomers. This, I don't need a man, I'm sexy, single, and sassy, etc., etc., etc. She's like, that's some bullshit. I'm depressed, lonely, and crying when I don't have some penis near. And when I do, I am elated. I am elated. I am so happy that I got it. And they have videos of her, buying houses, taking trips to Paris. And, she just says she just got back from Mexico. That don't mean shit. That don't mean shit until she gets her some black penis. Penis. And she understands that. Listen to the after the penis video once again. Listen again. Y'all heard the depressed portion. Listen again.
I bet you thought you never was gonna see me again. I know, girl. I've been slacking.
See, she was gone. She took a fucking penis vacation.
Slacking on the videos, but I'm trying to get back into it. So today we're gonna just jump right into some personal stuff. I need y'all to know what I've been up to, how I've been keeping it together during this pandemic, and why I've been so MIA. Okay? You might want to grab you a snack, grab you some wine. You probably need some wine. Get some wine because this is about to be a whirlwind, y'all. 0 to 100. 0 to 100. That's what she's gonna say about me. The last time we spoke, I was crying on Valentine's Day. I was lonely. I'm singing the sing.
She was crying on Valentine's Day. That was what 7 months ago?
Little girl anthem, like I'm good off men. I'm really about to introduce y'all to my husband. You are about to meet my big daddy. You're about to meet the one. I just got a package in the mail.
Now, y'all hear the difference. Y'all hear the difference. She is a whole different woman now that she got some. She was like, on Valentine's Day, I was singing the single woman anthem and blah, 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 blah. And even the singer of the single woman anthem got her some penis. And she's rich too. See, that's something that these bitches, niggas, and bitch niggas will never tell you. That you as a man have value. You have a base value. And your value exists no matter what these old bitches try to tell you, that they don't need you. That's bullshit. Oh, you ain't shit. That's bullshit. You just a bag. That's bullshit. And I'm not going to allow my thinking brain to fall into that bullshit. It's cerebral. It's my brain. Y'all have been gaslit for generations. Gen X ends around 40. It ends around 40. Because millennials start like in 1980 or 1982. Something like that. So what I am is I'm a young Gen X. But Gen X is like, I think it's like 60s. Like if you were like some people that was born in the 60s are Gen X. So yeah. But anyway, what was I going with that? But yeah, so fellas, don't fall for the bullshit. Because what the previous generation are teaching their own sons and their own daughters and shit like that is that pussy is the shit and dick is shitty. And yes, that is true only in a pump and dump scenario. In a pump and dump scenario where sex is the only thing that's being changed, yes, that is true. Or in hookup culture, yes, that is true. But see, she's not excited about the dick. She's excited about the penis. See, that's the difference. She's excited about the penis. She's not excited about the dick. You see, she's excited about being with him. A decent, high functioning brother that's not afraid to be himself. Whose company she can enjoy indefinitely. That's why she gets on like, this is my husband and shit like that. This is my future baby daddy and blah, blah, blah. That's what she's excited about. And that, fellas, is the essence of penis. That, fellas, is what you are offering. And that, fellas, is what these old bitches and witches are trying to pretend like they didn't want. All these years, they have tried to gaslight men and try to convince you men that what you have to offer is worthless, so you will offer it for less. That's gaslighting, brothers. But it's over now. They are no longer capable of pulling off this illusion and delusion. Why? Because the internet has given us transparency in their bedroom. And when they cry into their pillows at night, we see the shit. All right. We understand the misery that you feel for wanton penis. But let's just put the internet aside for a second. Let's just put the internet aside for a second. You fellas that was raised by single mothers, y'all seen that shit. If you really look back, think about it and pay attention. And you seen your single mother and her single friends, and you seen how they put on a happy face in front of the friends and in front of everybody and shit like that. But you see, they didn't think you was paying attention because you was a kid. Because you was a kid. And they didn't think that you would ever just grow up and become game changer. And you know the shit. And you know how they actually feel without penis. You see the whole thing played out with your own mothers, your own sisters, your own cousins, your own nieces. You've seen how the whole thing played out. So you already knew it on some level. But now with the internet, yeah, somebody said a shout out to them. The jig is up. But it's okay. Why? Because we're honest. We're honest about your value to us. We know your value to us. So be honest. Stop lying and saying that, you ain't shit. Yeah, it may get you like a relationship that's not gonna last because he's more handsome than you are pretty. It may get you a couple relationships like that, but these are all because you are equating the situation, you're reducing the situation to pussy and dick. Yes, in those relationships, the pussy will win, but not in actual relationships when you are exchanging the essence of manhood versus the essence of womanhood. In those relationships, it's either 50-50 or the penis wins because the penis beats the dick and the pussy. The penis is the is the big B, is the joker with the big B. That's what they won't tell you. And that's why these dudes that keep offering dick and these females that keep accepting it will never know the joys of penis. They are trying to suppress that value. Hold on, let me do this right quick. I put the link out there. Nobody want to hop on? So if nobody hops on, I'll just end it and make this like an hour show. And let me hold on one moment. No, I didn't mean to do that. All right. I'm gonna just get like a quick screenshot of her with her new dude, so y'all at least can put a face to it. And I'm not gonna give y'all her name because I'm be honest, this space has like a bunch of fucking hating ass niggas if I ever seen it in my fucking life. I don't want y'all going there and hating on her new situation because I'm happy for her and I want y'all to be too. All right. But the last thing I need is for some fucking strange ass hater to just come out of nowhere and fuck with her. And y'all are famous for fucking with people, especially the ones, I bring up. All right. So yeah, that's that. Or talking about her teeth or some shit like that. That's the last fucking thing. No, I'm not gonna get a name, no. But I will show y'all a picture of her with her dude. Here it is. I'll just do it like that then. All right. So here, give me 1 second. All right. So now, for those of you who read like body language and shit like that, look at her body language and look at his. Look at their body language. You see how happy the two of them are? That's the new generation. That is what's going on. Squeeze it, squash it, gamma, gamma. Squish it, squeeze it, gamma, gamma. That's right. That's what's going on right now. You fucking boomers, you. This is what y'all denied for some WAP. This is what y'all missed out on for some whatever the fuck you boomers was into. Crack? Who knows? This is what the fuck y'all been missing. On both sides. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Pet it. Pet your cat. Rub your pussy. This is what you are missing. And this is what, see, every time an old bitch try to teach a young chick that, oh, you don't need a man, you'll be happy single, this is what she is trying to deny you. This is the happiness that she is trying to deny you. Why? Because she's fucking evil. She's a witch. She is a witch. And she don't want to see you with the happiness on that face and the drink in that hand. She wants that penis that she sees there, and she wants that alcohol that's in your glass. She wants everything that you have. She wants to be you. She is, whatchamacallit? She is, what's the witch name on Snow White? What's her name? What's the witch name? She's the mirror bitch. She is the mirror bitch. That is trying to deny you your rightful penis. So for all you young ladies who think that the sisterhood is going to protect you, look at what it's trying to, look at the smile on his face. Look at what the sisterhood is trying to protect you from. And to all you fat bitch fucking niggas that tells you to get starter chicks and, you know, just go around from fat bitch to fat bitch, look at what they are trying to deny you. Fellas, younger fellas, look at what they are trying to deny you. All these pussy is pussy. No, it's not. No, it fucking isn't. Be your best self and be patient and know your value and don't sell yourself short. Because when you sell yourself short, you will find yourself without the smile on your face that this fortunate young man has. Look at what he would have missed out on had he just, you know, indulged in welfare pussy and then bragged about the welfare pussy on those who have none, or those who are waiting, you know, or improving themselves and preparing themselves for the better deal. This is what happens when a man knows his value, knows his worth. Now, of course, some men are more valuable than others, but understand your base value. And then question if you have the improved upon things. That makes it better from there. No, this is a screenshot from the thing. Now she's about to do the lingerie because she models lingerie and shit. You know, she models just shit that, you know, makes women more beautiful. You know, like makeup. Somebody was saying she had makeup on her pictures. You know, so that's what she does. She's I don't know. She's a makeup. She had her YouTube channel. She has sponsors, and some of those sponsors are makeup people and shit, and like all kind of skincare. You know, all the shit that you find in women's closet or medicine cabinet. You know, like that's yeah. So see, it's not even. See, you gotta you gotta move past the whole pussy thing. You gotta move past the whole pussy thing. There is more value to women than pussy, and there's more value to men than penis, or excuse me, than dick. Men have more value than their dick, and that is their penis. That's always going to be the case. You're not a model unless you're actually paid. And unless somebody is paying to see you and there's an actual product behind it, then you're not a model. Like those chicks that I don't have Instagram, but apparently chicks are calling themselves Instagram model, but you got to have a product. If it's not Maybelline or you're not modeling the bikini or some shit and you just twerking by the batteries and if you're not modeling the batteries, then you ain't a fucking model. There actually has to be a product. And that product is not your pussy. Yeah, he is younger. Jabbar, he's 26 and she's 28. So she's actually modeling products. You know, like I don't look at it in totality because so when I came across hers, it was around Valentine's Day. And you know, she did a video about being single on Valentine's Day. And I know a lot of young ladies, attractive ones, who you know, some are in my family, some are just, you know, friends of friends, some are even like friends' daughters, you know, because I'm in my 40s. So, you know, some of them are even friends' daughters who are in that situation. So she's not alone. So I actually did a video about that, but I didn't reference her thing because I know some hating ass niggas in the world and I want to send them her way. But, you know, I did a video about that, you know, that, you know, about that situation. So, yeah, that's how I came across her shit. And I'm happy that she found somebody. But she understood that she was empty without it and she took action. And you want to know what her action wasn't? It wasn't bitching. And it damn sure wasn't swirling because that's some old bullshit. Because what you're doing is the problem is oversaturation. You have too many people in your inbox and you're just adding more people in your inbox. You know, you haven't went through the 10,000 people that's already in your inbox. Now you just want to add a whole race. No, that's not going to solve your problem. The problem is that you're hiding behind a lie. And the animosity that you feel is because we are not believing the lie. Not anymore. The boomers fell for that shit. The boomers fell for that shit. You know, the boomers, when the boomer women said, I don't need a man, the boomer men said, oh, she don't need me, so I'm gonna do anything I can to get this pussy. Stepdad, okay. Fat ass, okay. Fake hair, okay. Give me that pussy, okay. That is the deal that the boomers took. You want to know why they took that deal? Because they're fucking stupid. That's like having a car dealership and the whole thing, and somebody walks in to your car dealership and says, I don't need a car. I got a free bus pass. I don't need a car. And you're like, oh, well, take this car. I don't need a car. Well, take this. It's only $5. The car is less than bus fare. Take this car. That's what the boomers did. And future generations got used to that deal. Until now, when the young ladies are saying, I ain't riding no fucking bus. I really need a car. And the young ladies are saying, I'm not going to live a single life just to raise the value for other women. That's bullshit, and I'm not having it. Well, yeah, what swirlers are doing is they're trying to create artificial scarcity. You see, they're like I mentioned, the secret is out. Women need penis. The secret is out. However, they do not have. Okay, so women need penis, and they're like, okay, I understand that you need penis, but I don't want to compete with you. So I'm going to send you to a different market because I've been working this market and creating, this scarcity and this thirst for years. I got the men so thirsty now that they're bragging on welfare pussy for hours on end. I got this. They built this market. They built a market to where not only are men accepting lesser women, they're bragging on it. And they like, look, if you need some penis, find it elsewhere. So basically, swirling is one group of women pushing the vaginas of other women off into a different market. Now, what they're not realizing is that they're cheapening these women, because now what's happening on the opposite side is that they're getting, because it's not like this group of men are having the problems with their women to the extent that we're having with ours. So basically, let's just take a white guy, for example. A white guy who's not having, much problems with white women are just looking like, oh shit, now I have an option of two groups of women. And of course, they're going to get their own first unless it's an extraordinary deal. And the extraordinary deals is, the ones that you see, and the ones that you see like at Fry's Electronics. And she grabbed her old fat white boyfriend a little bit closer when you walk by, and she's like, yeah, see, now I showed him. It's like, showed me what? You took the same shitty deal that these game niggas take when they fuck a fat ass bitch. It's the only tool of the gynocracy. It's the only tool. Like, so basically, and this is all the scrolls is. The scrolls is just a way to say, how can we control, how can we monopolize Black men's sexual intake? Now, of course, there's reasons why that method is going to fail. And I did that on my last video, so I won't really go too far into it. But there's reasons why shit like that will fail. And what the scrolls are ways to counter, are poor attempt ways to counter its failures. So basically, it's a way to try to make a failed plan work. Well, there's only 3 races, so yeah, they pretty much has it all. And you're selling yourself to a saturated market. It's like going to an auction where you're trying to buy a house on auction, and it's only 5 people there. And then somebody tells you, one of the 5 people, hey, you shouldn't go to this auction. You should go to that auction. And then you go to that auction and there's 500 people there. So yes, you're going to get it at a worse cost. Now it's good because it's good for the people who stayed, because now it's only 4 people and the houses are being sold for less, just like the penis in the black market is being sold for less. Well, they always knew it, Blexit. They always knew it. They was just playing thirst games. Listen, when they were 20, some dude like the one in the picture I just showed you, um, came on to him, and they turned him down because he wasn't thirsty enough yet. Let's be real. They're waiting for him to be thirsty. They're waiting for him to go online and brag about welfare pussy that you're not even getting, that you have no evidence of even getting. They want you to be on that level of thirst, and then they swoop in. But it never really works like that, and they find out that they're not attracted to men that are that thirsty. So then at around 35, they just stop with the bullshit. They just stop with the whole facade and shit like that. Some, but most of them do it simply because it's a better deal. You know, they're doing it because it's a better deal. But they don't even do it enough to really, you know, make any assessments on why they do it. I said a lot. I don't know what you mean when you say it. All right, so let's see. Seeing it right now with black women that I know too. Okay. Well, that's good. But once again, I don't know what it is. Let's see. Well, yeah, I mean, men are always going to go to the most submissive race of women, the most, reputedly submissive race of women. Well, at least those who date, mate, and relate based on racial stereotypes. They're always going to do that. And right now, it's the Asian women. I think it's going to be like that for quite some time. I mean, like, do you really want a woman whose reason for being with you is because she hates her own men? I mean, do you want to have a son? Okay, so okay, look at it like this from a white man's point of view. Do you really want a black son knowing that his mother hates black men and that she's with you because she hates black men? Like, do you want to have a son with somebody like that? Like, do you want to have a son with somebody who is literally doing everything she can to make sure that black men don't move forward? Do you even want to put your son in that situation? So hold on. I'm doing something with YouTube right now. Just give me a second. But yeah. Thank you, GC. My time traveling the world proves different from the usual rhetoric I hear in these spaces. People trying to convince me I hate my own people. Weird. Well, no, I mean, they created a market. Don't you see? Like, people don't understand that markets are created. They're not. They're not really. I mean, some of them come naturally. Like, if people have a cultural preference for, say, something like chicken. But sometimes markets are created. Let's just take grills, for example. Let's just take gold grills. You see, that is a market that was created through. And think about it. Have you ever seen like a overt commercial for gold grills, gold fronts, and shit like that? No, you haven't actually seen somebody says, "Hey, come make come to such and such gold grills or whatever the fuck," right? But through a series of small placements, like individual placements, like, I'm going to show this rapper with a gold grill, or I'm going to show this person with it, or in this one. Then a market just kind of appears out of nowhere to where you have a group of people who weren't really interested in such a thing. They're now interested. That's now you created a market. It's just subtle placement of it. Like you never really seen a weave commercial, but they just kind of like subtly place it in there, and now it's just now you don't they don't even have to pay for a commercial. It's just everywhere. So my point is that black male thirst is a market that black women created. They created it using the tactics that's on the scroll. And what they don't want is somebody else tapping into their market. For another thing. Once you have a good thing, you like fuck everybody else. So I was fishing one time, right? I normally go to back in the day when I was fishing, but I normally would go to like more rural places, right? Like more rural riverfronts and shit like that. But this time I was a kid. I was fishing in the ocean. I was salt fishing, right? And it's a lot of people there in San Francisco doing this shit, right? And they don't have like regular bait like when I went fishing with my father. Now they had like this synthetic powder bait, and it came like in all different types of colors and shit, and it's all different combinations. It's so you could put like a little bit of the teal, a little bit of the red, a little bit of the blue, and shit like that, and just make your own assortment of it, right? But it was so many people fishing in the same on the same shore that nobody was getting a bite, right? So when I finally got one, I finally got a bite, right? And I wasn't this wasn't with my father, this was with my mom's boyfriend. I finally got a bite, reeled it in, and got a fish, right? And everybody looking at shit. It was a little fish, but like nobody was getting any fish. And then people gathered around and said, "Hey, so," and I remember Mexican dude. He said, "Hey, so what did you use?" And then it was my mom's boyfriend that told me not to tell that nigga because then everybody start using the shit. Everybody start using my combination of bait, and and then they'll get saturated with it, and that'll take it away. So here's my point. Black women have had their own pond of penis for years. A group of handsome, hardworking men that will take shit, that will eat your shit literally. If you told them to. That will take you when you fat, that'll take you when you're belligerent, that'll take you when you have fake hair. They will scratch the dandruff between your cornrows and shit like that. They created that market, and they don't want anybody else fishing in their fucking pool with their fucking shitty ass powder bait. They don't want that. And that's why they get upset when they see interracial relationships. So that's their way of saying, don't eat other people's bait, Blexit, the community. That's what they're saying. They're saying, don't eat other people's bait. You're my fish. You're my bitch. I made this pond for me to fish in. But you are your own fish and you eat the best bait that is for you. Fuck what they say. What's going on, Melody?
Nothing much. I like the way you put that.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So what did you think of the girl? What did you think of the girl in the video? Because you're around the same age. So can you relate?
I actually can relate. Hold on 1 minute, please. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I couldn't really hear you. Let me fix my headphones.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me better?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I was saying I can relate because when I don't have a man, it's like I'm depressed, I'm sad, I don't want to go outside, and you do cry. It's
Mm-hmm.
something that happens with feminine women. When we're pygmies and we're looking for somebody, we don't have them, you do cry.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do find them, it's like everything changed, you're happy. So I do understand where she's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
Exactly. And see, and the difference between a pygmy and a non-pygmy, and this is why pygmies get shamed for it, is because they're admitting that they want to be picked. See, they don't want you to admit that you value men because then men will start to value themselves. And when men start to value themselves, they're less prone to the bullshit. They're less prone to the, to the tactics that they put them through.
Exactly. But I feel like you should make a man feel good. If you love the way he makes you feel, let him know. I always compliment, like when I'm in a healthy relationship, I'll be like, listen, babe, you make me feel so good. I love you. Like I tell them stuff like that all the time. But
Mhm.
like you said, a lot of older women, they want you to feel like you need the WAP. Pretty much.
Oh, by the way, fair use on the shit that I said earlier. Exactly. No, I mean they want to negotiate from areas of thirst.
Right.
And once again, that causes all kind of problems that I listed on previous videos. One of which being that he's thirsty for everybody, and that's why they get upset if somebody else comes and swoop their man.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Exactly.
I mean, and a man, listen, I get it, and this is for the single brothers out there, that will not throw a fish back. And people wonder why I'm so, because I know I get a lot of shit, and it's primarily because of standards. People wonder why am I so big on standards? Because you're showing your worth. You're showing your worth, not only to you and your relationship, but to everybody, and primarily to yourself, though. Like when you get with a woman who is subpar in ways that most everybody else in the world measures a woman, you're saying to yourself that you don't see yourself as being worth that much. That's what you're saying. And you're showing that to the world. You think people don't see that? You think other races of people, other races of men don't see that black men don't have no fucking standards? That they feel worthless?
Yeah, that's why they take the bottom of the barrel women from the other races.
And brag about it.
Mm-hmm.
And brag about it. I'll never forget. I'll never forget that this dude, right? He needed a ride. He said, "Man, I'm picking up this badass shorty, right? This blonde hair white chick, and it's like, I think she got like a cousin or something for you." I was like, "All right, bet." Went to our apartment, and some badass white bitch came out with a baby T on. Titties was out more. I mean, stomach was out more than her titties and shit. I was like, "What the fuck is this? The fuck is this?" And her cousin was bigger. I was like, "Oh nah, nigga, I ain't never taking you to pick up anywhere because I don't want you. I don't want her slime because the fat juice because okay, so you have regular sweat that regular like 6-pack niggas get when they play basketball, and then you have the sweat that comes from fat heat.
The slime.
Yeah,
You said
exactly.
it right.
Yeah, from fat heat. That's not sweat, people. That's melted fat. That is melted fat that's on their skin. It's melted fat. So basically, the fat is melting because of the heat, and it is coming through her pores, and it is getting on my seats. And when they're white, it gets into their hair.
Oh yeah, and smells.
Yeah, exactly. So she sweats into her own hair, and once again, it's not regular sweat; it's melted fat. She has melted fat in her hair in my car. Don't you ever tell me that I thought you was a regular person with standards. Nope. Nope. And you was calling her bad.
Wow.
I was like, nope, fuck that.
But you know what? Some guys, they don't see the fat and the nasty. They see just white skin
I think he just seen pussy.
or just pussy. Yeah.
Like he wouldn't have fucked her like he wouldn't have fucked her if she was black. No, they just see pussy. He probably wouldn't have gave her that, she badass blonde shorty, and he probably wouldn't have gave those extras, you know. But fuck if I didn't hear brothers say that shit about fat ass black chicks too, calling her thick or some shit like that. No, don't come to my car. You fuck up my transmission. You and the shit gets in your hair and yeah, and
And
gets you
just
on these.
stinks.
Yeah, exactly. So it's true. And she know that this was a decent looking dude. She know that her white equivalent wouldn't fuck with her. That a white man who looked like him would not be fucking with her.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to know why he finds himself in that situation? Because he is content. He is content. He was content with that, and he didn't have the wherewithal to demand more for his penis.
I have a question.
Uh-huh. Go for it.
Was he a game nigga?
No, he wasn't a game nigga. Or at least he didn't talk about it. I don't know people like that. Like, honestly, I don't know people that talk like that. And it could be that I just like deliberately separate myself from them, but I don't know people who talk like that in real life, to be perfectly honest with you. And actually, now that I think about it, I think that the reason why I don't or anybody else he's in poverty. That's what it was. He's in poverty. And not only that, he had like really bad work ethic. He might hear this one day, but he has really bad work ethic. Like he'll get a job and he'll get fired like within 2 weeks and then complain about the job. Like, for example, he said, because he got a job at a grocery store deli, and he was like, man, I asked for Easter off, but I didn't fill the paperwork in on time. But so, I just asked him verbally, if I could have it off so I could spend time with my daughter. And these niggas was like, no, we need you here on Easter. You should have filled out the thing beforehand. And he was like, oh, well, fuck them. So I took it off anyway. And these niggas had the nerve to fire me. He say shit like that.
Wow.
So not only it's not even like temporary poverty. It's not temporary poverty. It's permanent. It's like this was a long time ago, but I'm pretty sure that's something that's happening like right now. That's something that's happening to this dude right now. So it's permanent. So yeah, I get that. I get that. But when you're willing to do a little extra for a little extra, delayed gratification, you'll have the smile on the face that this dude has, not whatever the fuck he had in my car. But back to the thing. I think what it is with game niggas in real life, which is why they exist primarily or almost exclusively on places like YouTube, is you can see it. Like if he was a game nigga, if he was like game, and then I pulled up on a fat ass bitch, I'd be like, hey, I'm pulling your card right now, nigga. The fuck? Because you can't help but to show work. like in real life. Like you know, like I'll show mine and he'll show his, and like he'll just shut the fuck up for the rest of his entire fucking life about game.
Yep.
He was so I mean, you can't talk that shit to regular dudes. Like try talking game to this dude right here. And you go to like a you get a friend to pick up a fat ass chick from a project apartment building because you know you got game. You try pulling that shit to him and then he show you his work and you show yours. That shit does not fly in real life.
No, but I notice a lot of guys who do talk that game, all of their women are overweight. Like, I even know a couple of them. They all have like big, fat, white, Spanish, black, whatever, all different races.
I don't know. I mean, I guess like talking it up makes you feel better about it, or talking about like you know the guys who are waiting for a better deal, because if the brother in the picture is an honest brother, and he probably is, if he is an honest brother, then he was single before he met her, just like she was single before he met him, which means that niggas with fat bitches was calling him bitch broke.
You know what it is? I think the guys who pick the fat women just don't want to be single.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And that's because, you know, of they created that market. They put that mindset in men. And now the men are trying to put it into other men. You know, just like they put that's why I said there's no gold grill commercials. Like they put the mindset in young black men that gold grills is the shit. And now they don't even need commercials because, you know, they all are just like selling gold grills to other dudes. You know, they're just selling it to each other. And just like, so that's all it is. It's just advertising welfare pussy to each other. You know?
Yeah. And then that was a good point about the poverty, because a lot of them do live in the hood.
Well, I mean, with that mindset, I mean, when you take the low hanging fruit, then you don't know how to climb a tree. You know, like, why would you climb a corporate ladder when you're content with low hanging fruit? You know, it's like a ladder. What the fuck is that? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's diamond grills now. But I mean, I noticed that there's no and I know Pablo, I'm hard on the boomers, but you know, it's tongue in cheek. It's just it's not an individual thing, it's a generation thing, you know. But I mean, so now it's diamond, but see, there's no advertising for it. This is just people telling each other to do the shit now, you know, like you know, now it's just these dudes saying, you know, oh, everybody should go out and get a bitch, and you know, don't worry about quality, don't improve yourself in the downtime, you know, during the sexual droughts, and demand more from the woman, because it shows that you're demanding more from yourself. That's what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Like I would have to say to myself, if I find myself in a situation where that happens, where my penis, my actual penis, my prized possession is inside the vagina of some fat ass slimy, and remember that's not sweat, that's melted fat. If I find my penis inside of that, I would have to like reevaluate. I would have to say like, this is it. This is it. This is my life.
Yep.
This is it. This is rock bottom. This is what I am reduced to. When I was a kid, I said I wanted to be this and I wanted to fuck her. And this is my life now. This is what I have been diminished to. This is this is what the decisions that I have made my entire life has led me to. Every time I cut a class in high school, and got a C instead of for a B or a B instead of for an A, this is where I'm at. Because I didn't go to Harvard, this is where my penis is at. This is what I have done to myself. I have dishonored myself and my father. My ancestors fought for freedom so my dick can wind up here. This is what I've done for freedom, with freedom. This is what I've done with civil rights. All of this shit. Martin Luther King took those ass whoopings so my dick can wind up here. That is how I would feel about that situation.
Yeah, man, you gotta have better choices in women. I mean, pretty much these women are walking around thinking they're all that when they're really not. You guys have like fours thinking they're sevens and eights. I mean,
Exactly. Because in this market, they're going for the price of 7 and 8s. I
yep.
wouldn't doubt it. Like you see, that's how depressed I would be. I shit you not. I would be completely, I don't get depressed like during a sexual drought or like if I'm between girlfriends or some shit like that. I don't even get depressed. Or, I guess I would be called bitch broke during those time periods. I don't get depressed if I'm bitch broke, but I would get depressed if I just, because that means that you just surrendered. You have surrendered your penis. You've taken a white flag and tied it to your penis. You have surrendered your penis. So yeah, that is depressing. I'm pretty sure you're depressed as fuck. And telling yourself that you're getting pussy won't change the fact that this is what you're getting. And it's probably not even pussy. I'm willing to suspect that that you are not fucking pussy. I'm willing to suspect that he's not fucking pussy. That he is just putting his penis between her thighs, and the moisture that he feels is melted fat. It's the melted thigh fat that and you're just rubbing your dick between thighs and melted fat. I think that that's what's going on with fat people sex, because I don't know how they get to the pussy. Like the thighs are just there.
And I can only imagine the smell in a room.
Exactly. Attractive women throw up. Attractive women throw up. When that. So I used to and I'll go from. So there was a spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a spot in San Francisco, and you know that I like to watch people fuck, and I like to be watched fucking. And there is a club that allows you to do that there. So I would go. Now, guys can only get in if you bring a woman. Because it's like they don't want a bunch of guys just standing around jacking off and, it's only one chick there fucking. So, no, you can only go if you bring your own pussy is basically what they're saying, right? Which is good for me because I like to put on a show. Anyway, the chick I was with this one time, she hated it. She didn't even want to like look at it or just be around it. And she'll be like, let's go. Because she was literally about to throw up. She was literally about to throw up whenever a fat bitch was fucking. I shit you not.
I would have thrown up too.
Yeah. But a lot of brothers are taking this and heralding it. They're not saying, like, they're not saying like, oh shit, I gotta do better. I gotta do better.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's why I'm single right now, even though I just got out of a relationship. I haven't really been looking, only because guys don't have standards these days. And it just doesn't feel right getting with a guy who was with a 2 before you. That means he'll fuck anybody. He'll cheat on me with another 2.
Exactly.
It's bad.
Exactly. Like, attractive women only have to compete with more attractive women when a guy has standards. But when a guy doesn't have standards, you have to compete with everybody.
And that's the worst, competing for your man with a 2. No.
Imagine that. Imagine, like, what would you, Like, what if he cheated on her with a fucking two, and she's like, what the fuck? And he's just like, pussy is pussy. But look at her ass though. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, as long as she got an ass, he don't care what she looks like.
Everybody has an ass. That's just one of those things that they say to excuse their dirty dick behavior.
And not to mention, GC, there's a lot of guys out there who'll eat anybody's vagina.
Oh god damn it.
Yeah, there's guys out there like that.
Oh god damn it. Yeah, you're right. I don't know how they get to it. I mean, like I could see doggy style or something like that, but it's still like the oh god. And
It's
then your
disgusting.
waist is like this. Yeah. Oh god damn.
And those are the guys who like to kiss. So it's just nasty.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. If you're a genuine chubby chaser, I get it. There's all sorts of fetishes out there. I'm talking about the ones who just like accept it as a lot in life and then pretend to be chubby chasers after the fact. I'm talking about that shit.
Yep.
Like, what I'm saying about that is that you're denying yourself. You're denying yourself um, um, the opportunity at something better. That's what you're doing to yourself. I mean, but so many brothers are doing this is because we haven't been taught that we are valuable. We have a base value, and then we have an approved upon value. The value that comes every gym visit, the value that comes every book you read, the value that comes every time you shave, every time you learn something about manhood, masculinity.
I'm sorry to cut you off, GC. How long will you be live? Because
Like
um
13
um
minutes.
okay, I'll be back
Yeah,
on.
no, it's cool. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll probably be off when you come back, but it's cool. Yeah, I'm only gonna be on for like 13 minutes. I try to keep these under 2 hours now.
All right. Well, thanks for having me.
Oh
It's
yeah,
been a
thanks.
great stream.
Uh-huh.
And bye. I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later. All right.
Okay. Bye.
Goodbye. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your value has been hidden from you, black man. How many of you whose mothers talk like gang niggas? Like y'all remember that scene from Friday? She said, "You know what your problem is, Craig? You ain't got no game." How many of y'all realize that? And they say that just so at the end, he gonna challenge Debo. He challenging Debo and shit, fighting for the possibility of that pussy. What if Neil Long didn't fuck him? What if Neil Long didn't fuck him? All that for nothing. His whole life was just distorted. He almost died. Y'all seen the Friday after next? Or next Friday? Y'all seen next Friday? He almost died. Debo broke out of jail and he was going to kill him, which means that he had to move out the hood and all the way to Rancho Cucamonga to get away from it. Uprooted his whole life just so he can say he got game. And what did he get in return? Pussy. Some Neil Long pussy. Oh yeah, and remember that time that he almost got killed by a Mexican gang? So he could fuck that one of their sisters or some shit like that. But he got some pussy. And then on part 3, he dirty Mac, Cat Williams, you know. But he got some pussy. It's like, wow, they really just put the price high. They really just put the price high. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't even want Nia Long. I wouldn't even want Nia Long. It's like, what the fuck? Now, see, here's the thing. I'm not saying Nia Long wasn't attractive. What I'm saying is, you are my fucking neighbor. And you have been for quite some time. You have had every opportunity to fuck me. Like, yeah, I got a girlfriend now, but I didn't always. We were little kids. We grew up together. You haven't fucked me yet. You have not fucked me yet, is what I would be saying. That is his parents' house. He grew up in that house. They grew up in that neighborhood. She has been slow motion running around that block for years, bouncing her titties in front of him for years, knowing he want to fuck, knowing he want to fuck. That is his sister's friend. She knew him forever, ever. He should be pissed. She should be pissed. That means that she is rejecting him each and every single day. Each and every single day, she looks at his penis and says, no. You gotta fight Debo for this shit. I die for this pussy. You know, like a true game nigga. I die for these pussy. But that's what they do. They're gauging thirst. They're waiting to see if your thirst is at its pinnacle. Before they react. I ain't scared of you. These punk ass niggas may be scared of you, but I'm not. And then he slaps her. And he's like, you see, I think that's why the punk ass niggas are scared of him. Like, you know, and until you whoop his ass, you will understand why the punk ass niggas are scared of him. That's why, you know. Now, granted, you know, I would whoop his ass for her if that was my chick, but it's not. My penis is your motherfucking insurance policy. Now, what do I mean by that? It means that you have to buy it first. You have to buy it first. You have to buy the penis first. I can't get into an accident and then call Geico and buy insurance afterwards. I can't get into a car accident, have Geico pay for my shit, and then say, okay, now I'm gonna be a customer. Fuck that, no. Because that's what she did. That's what she did. She got into some shit with Debo and then paid Craig's dick afterwards. Like, oh, thanks for sticking up for me. Here's some pussy now. Like, what the fuck? What about the years of pussy that you was running by? You was running by my dick every day. Fuck you. I don't want to fuck you now. I'll beat Debo ass for my reasons and my reasons alone. Fuck you. God damn it. And don't have hard ass words against Debo unless you're going to back it up. Until then, shut the fuck up and hide your necklace like everybody else. So that's my rant about that. That is my rant about that. All right, let me see. So I got 5 minutes. Nobody else want to hop on. But yeah, no, it's not a matter of Nia Long. It's not a matter. First of all, no, I wouldn't smash Nia Long. Not now. not now. And she's all kind of fucked up in the brain, you know. She's all kind of like sisterhood and shit like that. There's a reason why vaginas age empty like that. But her character on them, she basically was waiting. She was running by Craig every day, knowing that he would let her hit it, or knowing that he would give her some penis. But she's like, nah, he's not thirsty enough because he got a girlfriend. Oh, and by the way, his girl was fucking somebody else too. So, you know, there's that. But that's well. And see, things are always more attractive on television. It's always more attractive on television, meaning that, you know, welfare pussy looks like that on TV, which is, you know, a reasonably attractive woman. But in real life, it don't look like that. It looks like melted fat coming through the pores. That's what it looks like. It looks like ashy crackish. That's what it looks like in real life. See, in the movies, women actually jog. Black women jog in the hood. But in real life, oh yeah, she was bad. She was bad. If you could get past the teeth, the Brits be having like a lot of bad mixed chicks. Yeah, exactly. Like you can see him, yeah, like blue khakis on. But yeah, you know, all I'm saying, fellas, is know your worth. You know, like we got dudes who's saying like, you know, oh, I can't leave. Yeah, like the chicks that aren't fat, they're not like healthy. They're not like healthy. They're like slim due to cigarettes or something else. They're like slim because of, you know, like the fucking birth control pills or something. Like it's not like a naturally fit slim. It's like a fucking emaciated look. It's, you know. But then they herald the shit like, you know, like, you see, I'm not fat. It's like, well, what the fuck? Like, what the entire fuck? You look like something else. It's like a different type of bad. Now, don't get it wrong. It's like, you know, better than fat, but it's like you look like a female JJ Evans and shit. So they've made a market of people who not only will purchase their goods at an exorbitant price, but they will also advertise it to others. You know, I mean, and that's like a seller's, you know, dream. Like you buy something for 10 cents and sell it for $100, and then the person who buys it for $100 go out and tell everybody else to buy it for $100, and they do. And not only do they just tell them, like they really try to drill that shit in there. Like they like, you know, oh, if you don't have this, then you're this broke. It's like, what the fuck? That's something of extraordinarily low quality. Like, do you gauge quality in this shit? But yeah, so to make a long story short, don't let them fool you, fellas. They need the penis. They need the penis, and you know, you need their pussy. Self-improve, practice, you know, practice when you're single, practice having standards, and understand that may be the reason why. You don't need a bitch's pussy to validate you. Just knowing that you can fuck A fat ass bitch at any time should be validation enough. And that the same bitches that these dudes are bragging on are the ones that you turn down. Just know that they are eating your unwanted scraps. Should be enough to just get you to ignore niggas like that. And ignore bitches that say they don't need a man and fish bicycle. Bullshit. Bullshit. The tears are on your fucking pillows. You need this penis. Behave and you'll get it. God damn it. This is GameChanger 00100. Game over. Peace. Hit the like button on your way out. Peace.